The Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, MGNREGA. Historical context. The idea of providing a legal guarantee for rural employment in India has a long history, with earlier initiatives like the Rural Manpower Program, 1960s, and the Crash Scheme for Rural Employment, 1970s. The most direct precursor to MGNREGA was the Maharashtra Employment Guarantee Scheme, MEGS, which began in the 1970s and served as a model for a rights-based approach to employment. In the early 2000s, with a renewed focus on poverty alleviation and social welfare, the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, NREGA, was proposed. Championed by various civil society organizations and development economists, the bill was passed in 2005. The act was later renamed the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, MGNREGA, in 2009. What is MGNREGA? MGNREGA is a landmark Indian social welfare and public works program that guarantees the right to work. It is a demand-driven program that provides a legal guarantee of at least 100 days of wage employment in a financial year to every rural household whose adult members volunteer to do unskilled manual work. Key features of MGNREGA include: legal guarantee. It is not a discretionary scheme but a legal right, which means the government is obligated to provide work or, failing that, an unemployment allowance. Decentralized planning. At least 50% of the works are to be implemented by Gram Panchayats. The local community, through the Gram Sabha, can recommend and prioritize the works to be undertaken. Social inclusion. The Act promotes the participation of women, scheduled castes, SCs, and scheduled tribes, STs, by mandating that at least one-third of the beneficiaries must be women and by providing work on the lands of the socially disadvantaged. Asset creation. The works undertaken under MGNREGA are intended to create durable assets and infrastructure in rural areas, such as water conservation structures, rural roads, and afforestation projects. Necessity of MGNREGA in India. MGNREGA was necessary to address a number of critical issues in rural India. Poverty and livelihood security. It provides a crucial safety net for millions of poor rural households, ensuring a minimum income, especially during lean agricultural seasons when other work is scarce. Combating distress migration. By providing local employment opportunities, the scheme helps reduce distress migration of rural workers to urban areas in search of work. Empowerment of vulnerable groups. The Act's provisions, like equal pay for men and women and a focus on marginalized communities, have helped empower women and other vulnerable social groups. Rural development. The creation of durable assets under the scheme contributes to long-term rural development by improving agricultural productivity, water security, and local infrastructure. Counter-cyclical role. The program's demand for work increases during economic crises or natural calamities, like droughts, making it an effective tool for providing relief and stimulating the local economy. This was particularly evident during the COVID-19 pandemic. Is MGNREGA successful or not? The success of MGNREGA is a subject of ongoing debate. While it has achieved many of its objectives, it has also faced significant challenges. Arguments for success. Increased household income. Studies have shown that MGNREGA has increased household income and reduced indebtedness among the poorest families. Poverty reduction. The program has been credited with lifting millions of people out of poverty and acting as an insurance against economic shocks. Women's empowerment. With a high participation rate of women, the scheme has not only provided them with an independent source of income but has also given them greater financial autonomy and social standing. Environmental and infrastructure benefits. The works under MGNREGA have led to the creation of assets that have improved the natural resource base and local infrastructure in many villages. Challenges and criticisms. Implementation gaps. The program is often plagued by bureaucratic delays, especially in the payment of wages. This is a major issue that discourages workers from participating. Corruption and leakages. There have been numerous reports of corruption, including the creation of ghost workers, fraudulent job cards, and diversion of funds. Quality of assets. In some cases, the assets created under the scheme are not durable or useful, leading to a waste of public funds. Mismatch of demand and supply. While the Act guarantees work on demand, there are instances where states fail to provide the full 100 days of work to all who seek it, especially in poorer states. Low wage rates. In some regions, the wages offered under MGNREGA are lower than the market rate, which can make the scheme less attractive to workers. In conclusion, while MGNREGA is a well-intentioned and powerful piece of social legislation that has had a significant positive impact on rural livelihoods and poverty, its success is highly uneven across different states. To be fully successful, it needs to overcome persistent implementation issues, particularly with regard to timely wage payments, a more robust social audit mechanism, and adequate budget allocation.